Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 32nd episode and the final episode of 2019 of our gaming news podcast, the PackCast. Our hosts today, as always, we have Cool Trainer Camillo, the Genebo, Dan from the Tea Lounge, and myself, Phil Fantastic. And today we're going to be looking back at this year in gaming and talk about some of our favorite stories from 2019. And I guess we'll start off with something we haven't seen in years past, and that's content creators moving platforms being traded around kind of like professional athletes. I'm going to throw it over to John. Do you want to walk us through this story?
Yeah, so a bunch of creators have moved their respective streaming platforms. I don't think there's no other like content creation platforms, right? Like YouTube is the video.
Vimeo doesn't compare.
Yeah, Vimeo. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are streamers or YouTube creators that have moved to streaming platforms. So first up, we have Ninja, which was probably the biggest one that happened. I'm not sure when that happened. It was like the summer. It was the summer. It was like August, and he moved from Twitch. He was the largest. He had the most followers on Twitch, and he moved over to Mixer.
Mm-hmm.
And PewDiePie, who is the largest like personality on YouTube, he moved all his streaming over to DLive.
Mm-hmm. And I think that one was before Ninja actually as well.
Yeah, I believe so. Because Phil, you were streaming on DLive for a bit, right?
Yeah.
When he
when he made that announcement.
Mm-hmm. Did he help create that, or was that just?
No, they just, I think, threw a bunch of money at him to promote that platform.
Yeah.
He wasn't integral in, like, he doesn't work there or like help create it or anything. Or fund it.
Then another large Twitch streamer, Shroud, who's probably one of the largest variety streamers that was on Twitch, moved over to Mixer. Then another large Twitch streamer, Courage, moved over to YouTube Gaming, which I don't know
Just
why.
An interesting play.
Yeah, I don't know why he would do that. But it's not as interesting as Zero, most known for Super Smash Brothers. Mm-hmm. He moved from Twitch over to Facebook Gaming.
Which is insane.
You might as well move to a potato. I mean,
Facebook, I don't even have a Facebook account.
I'm gonna move to MySpace Gaming.
Plus, the youth of the world aren't on Facebook.
Yeah. I mean, Facebook's trying to make a push. There was a lot of ads on the Game Awards that were sponsored by Facebook Gaming. So
I mean, you can buy ad time anywhere. Doesn't make it a viable platform.
Yeah. But it's just it was just an odd move. He probably got paid. Like you can't hate on him for taking money. Like we would all do it.
Indeed, stability is like a huge asset in the streaming realm.
But it is an odd move because Facebook Gaming, just weird.
I just think it's weird though, because don't you think that guy was probably making some type of living? Like, what was the platform? Was he on Twitch before?
He was on Twitch. He was on Twitch.
I just can't imagine, like, what salesman is just like, yo, man, Facebook is the future.
Well, they probably
I would never buy that sales pitch.
They probably said, like, hey, we'll give you, like, double what you're making on Twitch for, like, 2 years. So you're secured, and then if Facebook does blow up, you have the potential to grow your brand there. And he's going to be, like, the face of Facebook Gaming because there's no other large streamers that are over there right now.
Well, he's the face of Facebook Gaming because he's the only streamer on Facebook Gaming. Anyway.
And then there was some smaller well, not like smaller. They had like millions of followers too, but they're not as well known. The first one is Ewok, who is a deaf streamer. She's only like 14 or 15, but she was nominated for Content Creator of the Year this year at the Game Awards. I think she's
deaf, like hearing impaired.
Yeah, like hearing impaired.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and she's only like 14 or 15 years old.
Wow.
She's a pro Fortnite player. So that was kind of interesting. I watched her streams a little bit, a little different because it's quiet, but good for her.
Yeah, that's
awesome.
And
then another variety streamer moved over to Mixer from Twitch, and it's King
What
Goliathan.
kind of content does he make?
He does a lot of Destiny content, but he's variety. And then Dr. Lupo, who was Ninja's like partner for a while, he announced that he re-signed with Twitch.
So did he go to Mixer with
No,
Ninja?
no. He signed a contract with Twitch.
Oh.
To stay on Twitch.
I guess I'm just confused by the re-signing. Did he have a previous contract with them?
I guess he had I don't know.
He probably
I guess
wasn't. Yeah.
A partnership is a contract, I'm assuming.
Yeah, partnership is a contract, but I don't think it necessarily has like a term of time that you'll spend as a partner.
I feel like so if you're a partner, you can't stream on any other platform. I feel like that's not true.
Well, you can't. You can't stream on any other platform if you're affiliate either.
Well, no, you can't stream at the same time. But like, if I wanted to do a YouTube stream, I could do it. I just can't do it. I can't like multi-stream it.
Yeah, it depends. Partnerships depend on what is negotiated at the time, but it typically includes exclusivity to stream only on Twitch, from what I understand.
You're saying like that base thing, the Twitch partner thing. I think it's a step up of affiliate.
Yeah,
as an individual contract for each creator.
Yes,
that is negotiated.
Yes,
I'd assume so. There's not that many Twitch partners.
Oh, affiliate I didn't realize that.
Standard. And Twitch partner is kind of hard to get into, especially nowadays because
you need,
they're getting more and more.
Average 75 viewers.
Yeah.
Affiliates
like most people get it.
So affiliate is basically like YouTube partner.
Yeah.
Because you only need
it's like monetized.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he publicly announced that he signed a contract with Twitch, and he like said that he wanted to secure some money. So.
Yeah, I wonder. It must have been like a term of time, like X many years, instead of just like the Twitch partnership of that. Yeah, it must have been.
Well, I'm assuming Twitch is doing the same thing. They're trying to secure these streamers for the next few years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're getting poached. Otherwise, it's not a bad idea.
I know Dr. Disrespect talked about it, that he was in negotiations with Twitch or something like that. So it's a different landscape. Like all these streaming platforms are trying to buy these big streamers to try to make them viable. Mm-hmm. So I don't know. It's
kind of working. I feel like Mixer was not like a platform that anyone was talking about. It was sort of dying, and then they got Ninja, and then it blew up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm streaming on Mixer. And I moved over there when he did. Mm-hmm. The viewership on there, like total viewership, is way below Twitch. Mm-hmm. But it's also there's less streamers there, so it's like I know there's a lot of people that have come over from Twitch to Mixer, like smaller streamers, like ones that were like affiliates or not even affiliates. They just moved over to Mixer because they wanted to test it out because like Ninja moved and Shroud moved, so. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, like, their viewership is lower now. Like, Ninja and Shroud, their viewership is lower now than it was on Twitch. But I'll be interested to see how it goes, like, in the next year, the couple years. Because that's what Microsoft's trying to do. They're trying to plan for the future. Like, they're trying to get bigger content creators to come to their platform. And then they'll have people like, hey, we have Ninja now, so check out his content here. And Twitch, there's just like controversies with Twitch. YouTube has the COPPA thing too, so it's getting more like a competition rather than just one, like a monopoly.
Right. Very cool. All right, so that's something that we hadn't really seen in the past before. So that's something that changed this year. Pretty interesting stuff. I just think it's crazy. I just keep relating it back to like pro athletes, and these people are like. They legitimately have these careers and they're being traded around. It's nuts.
Yeah, their announcement videos are like press conferences.
Yeah, dude,
it's also cool that like professional athletes, you have to like move usually to a different state, uproot your entire family, but these streamers don't. They can
just change their stream key.
Yeah, exactly.
That's hilarious. Cool. All right, so we're gonna just dip down into negative town real quick, and then we're gonna ride high into Positivityville for the rest of this the podcast. So we wanted to talk about our least favorite gaming moments of 2019. I would have to say, as far as like game releases go, I think my least favorite thing that happened was that something didn't happen. There was no new Donkey Kong games. There weren't any new Metroid games. We didn't really get any Metroid news even this year, other than
except for the bad one.
Yeah, except for like it's going to be delayed. So there wasn't really any positive news that came out of Metroid this year, which was a huge bummer for me. And I really want Donkey Kong Country 6 to come out, and I would love to get some news about that. But those are my sad moments from 2019. And then I also wanted to talk about a really controversial thing that happened this year, and that was with how Blizzard's PR team handled the Hong Kong fiasco about the protester saying that they wanted democracy in Hong Kong, and how they like took his prize money away, gave it back or gave some of it back, and then banned him and then unbanned him, or I forget how it all 100% played out. But that was just a nightmare. Yeah. And I just think that was one of my least favorite gaming moments, because I like Blizzard. Like, I think Overwatch is cool. I used to love playing World of Warcraft back in the day. I love Diablo. And it was just like, ooh, guys, you got to handle those situations better.
Yeah, they pulled the trigger way too fast.
Yeah. And it's just like, do you care about like what's right, or do you care about your Chinese investors? And they made that clear with how they gut reacted to all of that nonsense. And those are my least favorite gaming moments of 2019. How about you, Dan?
Yeah, so I got a couple of things. First one was not getting any information for a Super Mario Odyssey successor game. Super Mario Odyssey 2, I think, is all but inevitable, but we didn't hear anything about it this year, and that was kind of a bummer. And then the second thing was kind of the death-ish of the Nintendo Online NES and SNES game releases on a regular basis. It feels like they have kind of all but abandoned that service.
But have you played the new ones that they just released like last week?
No.
So that's why they're not releasing them all the time.
Because it's like it was like once a month you're like, ooh, I wonder what games we'll get, and then you go up once a month, but then you don't get anything for 3 months, and you lapse, you forget about it, and then they release a few, and you're like,
That was only the first few months where we're like, oh, what games are we going to get? Because like I would say towards the middle of this year, where they were just like trickling down to like the worst NES games, we were like, we don't care anymore. Just give us the next one.
Yeah, that's true. That's also part of it. Like they had so much potential, and they just, I feel like, completely failed on all fronts with their NES and SNES Online.
Mm-hmm.
No virtual console, and this is not a replacement.
It's just the drip feed is like so annoying. Like, we've had all these games in the past digitally, and like they think they could just keep repackaging like the same games in like little bursts to us, and then we're gonna be excited.
Exactly. So yeah, those are my least favorite gaming type issues of 2019.
How about you, Cool Trainer?
Probably the fact that there's no national decks in Pokemon Sword and Shield. I was kind of upset when they first announced that, and then I kind of understood it. I was like, okay, like I can understand. But now recently I've been like, I kind of wish all the Pokemon were in, because I've been like thinking about like, oh, like what cool Pokemon can I shiny hunt for Christmas and holidays and stuff, and like, oh, there's these like really cool Pokemon, but they're not in Sword and Shield. Like, I wanted to hunt Cryogonal, because my first shiny hunt ever, like I did live, I would plan to hunt Delibird, Stantler, and the Cryogonal. Delibird I got the first Christmas, and then Stantler I got last Christmas, so I wanted to go for Cryogonal this Christmas, but he's not in Sword and Shield, so I was like, I have to hunt him in a older game. But then it feels like... What?
Sorry, I'm interjecting with an idea. Gigantamax Kingler.
Oh, because he's Santa?
With his big Santa beard.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Continue.
Crap, I lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry. You were saying that you can't hunt Pokemon.
Yeah, and it's just like it feels like the Pokemon, like they're broken up now because like now that there aren't Pokemon in Sword and Shield, they're gonna come back in the next game. But then I'm confused because they're never gonna be all together again because they're gonna like stagger them. I don't know. I'm just kind of like annoyed by that, I guess.
That is frustrating. I also feel frustrated by that, but also I've never completed a national dex before except for in red and blue, so I wasn't gonna do it this time, even though as much as I like to think I would. I even tried to do it in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, and then I was like, I have other things to do. Stop that thing. So John, what was your least favorite gaming moment of 2019?
So mine was Animal Crossing being delayed. I was so excited for that to come out this year. And it got delayed to like the worst possible time for me. And that game, like when it comes out, I won't be able to play it until like midnight when I get home. And everything's going to be closed. I won't be able to do anything. It's going to suck.
Just change the date on your Switch, bro.
I don't want to do that.
I exploit the heck out of that.
I did that back on like GameCube and stuff, but I don't want to do that anymore.
That's what I do for New Leaf. I like set the time back like 4 or 5 hours, so I can like be up late, but then still have like a nice like the beautiful rule, whatever.
I did like the night owl or whatever it was. Cool. So is that it? Is that all the negativity we have for 2019?
Yeah.
At least that we feel like talking about.
I mean, I feel like nothing really blew my mind this year.
As far as being like terrible news.
Like no, like there's no like games that really changed my life, and there was like no news that really, like, I don't know, blew my mind.
Well, I think we've got some things coming up.
Are we talking about good things now or bad things still?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. I think we should talk about the good things now. There are some things that are good. All right, now we're leaving, what was it, Negative Town, we're going to Positiveville? All right, choo-choo, here we go, on to Positiveville. What were all of our most anticipated games of 2019, and did they meet our expectations? I will go first. My most anticipated game of 2019 was Pokemon Sword and Shield, and it met my expectations, and also did not meet my expectations. I liked the game. On the whole, I really enjoy it. I really like the new Pokemon designs. I think they're some of the coolest Pokemon designs that we've seen in a long time. I think that the game is a little bit janky and broken, and there's frame rate issues, and like the online is terrible. What'd you say?
There's lots of exploits.
Yeah, I can't even, off the top of my head, there's so many exploits.
Wait, I have a question about that.
Yeah.
Why can't we just have cloud saves anyway? Like, if
people are already exploiting everything?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that's just another way to exploit, and they're trying to plug the holes as much as they can.
Like, people already people are hacking shinies, and
yeah.
That's, why not just allow cloud saves? You know what's going to happen anyway.
Like, these are, I'm guessing these are oversights that they didn't account for. If they're if they allow you to, like, they know if they allow cloud saves, people like they know it's allowed.
Guaranteed.
Yeah,
they know what that will bring.
Yeah, so, and it's also kind of like the approved by Nintendo way of getting around the system when they introduce that specifically.
I don't think it's a big deal at all, though, because I've been playing on my Switch Lite and then on my Switch, and I just go to like save data transfer. It's like it takes like 3 seconds.
Nice. But yeah, I guess the things that bummed me out is that I was really expecting, and I know I shouldn't have had my hopes so high, but like I was expecting like, oh, we're gonna have like Breath of the Wild version of Pokemon Sword and Shield, like with the wild area and everything being so amazing. I'm having so much fun playing it. Don't get me wrong. I've put in almost 200 hours into the game, and I'm still have more things to do.
It's been like a month exactly.
it's just like it's just so broken. There's so many exploits. They just need to fix it. So I guess that's why it didn't meet my expectations. I feel like it doesn't deserve that Nintendo seal of quality. I don't think they still do that. But like I don't think it deserves that. I don't think it stands up to like Nintendo's standards of excellence. Luigi's Mansion was an amazing game. And it was like basically flawless. I loved that game.
The story's bad in Pokemon Shield too.
Yeah, the story's very bad and very derivative of every other Pokemon game. Anyways, that was my most anticipated game, and I loved it a lot. But there was with massive caveats. Anyways, John, what about you? What was your most anticipated game?
I'm a huge fan of Fire Emblem, and Fire Emblem Three Houses came out this year, and it met my expectations, and I think it exceeded them because Fire Emblem I'm just used to doing the battles and like the strategy. But what they added with the school was really cool, or your relationships and just the different mechanics that they added. I liked doing the seminars. Like I liked the mundane stuff that they put in there. Like it kind of broke up the battles because those are kind of stressful at times. So it was a nice change, and the story is really good. I really need to play more of it. It's a lot of content. There's 3 campaigns, and they're all 80 hours each.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So, and the cutscenes are beautiful. Now that game where you're talking about Pokemon Sword and Shield, compared to that game, Fire Emblem looks so much better and more and a higher polished game than Sword and Shield. I don't know.
It doesn't. Yeah, it just doesn't look like it's from the same publisher.
But yeah, it met my expectations, and I love it. It's such a good game.
It's a great game. What was your most anticipated game of 2019, Cool Trainer Camillo?
Not only was it the most anticipated game of 2019 for me, I think it was the most anticipated game of the decade for me.
Wow.
Because
when this was announced, you were in diapers, right?
Well, it got announced 6 years ago. And the last main game was 7 years ago, and this game tied up, I don't know, so many 10-year-old story arcs, and the combat is just the perfect mix of
what
every single game.
About? Sorry,
sorry, Kingdom Hearts 3. I actually didn't say, as if you didn't know, but yeah, Kingdom Hearts 3. It just it put me at rest. I played Kingdom Hearts 3, I can
you
die,
can die happy.
Yeah. Because there are so many
life is complete.
The endings of all the previous games, they've left such cliffhangers, and you're gonna make me wait 7 years to find out what happens kind of thing. And then I really like the combat. It pulls stuff from 2 and Birth by Sleep and Dream Drop Distance and all of the major games. It's so good. And I can't wait for the DLC that comes out January 23rd.
Exciting.
Soon.
You get me so hyped every time you talk about it. And then I play, I'm at the
second game. Because you're on,
game.
the worst game.
I know. I'm on the game with the card battling system, Rechain of Memories.
But that's not a mainline game.
No, they're all mainline games. Don't get it twisted.
Don't
even try to talk to Camillo about this. They're all mainline games. The numbers don't matter.
There are
names are made up and the numbers
there
don't
are
matter.
main-ish games, but all of the games are part of the same timeline.
It's the same storyline.
Yeah, the same storyline.
It all ties into each other.
Some games don't have as much that they add to the story, but there's something at least in 3 it pulls from everything.
Well, Rechain literally picks up where 1 leaves off.
Yeah.
So it's a direct sequel.
Yeah, I actually didn't play. I played 1 and then 2, and I was really confused in 2 why I started where I started in 2.
So yeah, that's what you got to know, kiddos. T-Lounge Dan, what was your most anticipated game of 2019? What got you hot in the socks?
So, as far as anticipation is really low all around for games for me this year. Nothing really stood out as oh, that's my jam, and that's coming out. I'm super excited. But one thing that did look kind of interesting was Untitled Goose Game. And I saw the trailer when it first came out, and I was like, "Oh, that looks kind of cool." I wonder, it looks fun. I want to be a goose and harass people, and then so I was kind of excited about that one. And then when it came out, I got it and I played it, and so I guess I was anticipating that one a little bit, but yeah, it definitely exceeded my expectations. It was a really fun game. It was short, but it was a lot of fun. And for good reason. Like,
do you think it got robbed at the Game Awards?
I like that segment.
I don't know.
With Beaker.
I don't know. I mean,
the meat. Is that DLC or is that just like a?
I don't
is that
know.
just a spoof? Because that would be hilarious DLC.
yeah. It was a lot of fun. They did a lot of good stuff. It was hilarious. The various things you have to do. They had actually a coherent story somewhat. Like how do they weave in a story with you being a goose? That's just crazy, but they did somehow, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Nice. Very cool. All right. Well, we're going to take a super duper short break, and we'll be right back.
What's going on, gamers? The Game Pack wants to wish you a happy holiday season. So grab a glass of eggnog, spend time with your loved ones, and play some of your favorite games from 2019. Happy holidays and see you in 2020.
All right, let's get back into the show. We're going to get into it with our favorite gaming moment of 2019. And I'm going to say that my favorite moment of 2019 wasn't really gaming related. It was the fact that I got married this year to my wife, to my best friend. Aww. Isn't that cute?
Sweet.
That's so cute. I'm crying over here.
I mean,
But,
you can make it an epic gamer moment. You just say you got a player too.
It was. There were epic gaming moments that happened around that wedding, and I will say that because Dan and Camilo both made it down to Los Angeles for my wedding, and you guys saw Camilo's vlogs where we were doing like game shopping and playing games together, and like it was so fun to like sit down with people like cleaning the games with the isopropyl alcohol or whatever. Like that stuff is just like so cool to me, and like that, like I just really enjoyed just like that communal moment, like because I don't really get that like with like my group of friends here in LA. Like they're all like film people, you know what I mean, or like, you know, or completely not into games because they're not 11, you know, like they're not like adult collector gamer people. So like it was super cool to have you guys here. And Camilo, it was your third time visiting me. Like it's just been so cool every time you've come out, and we've like done sick collaborations, and it was cool, Dan, having you for the first time. Like it was just all around super fun, and that was my favorite moment, is that the internet has brought us together, like, you know, brings people together in real life. It's cool. It's a favorite gaming moment.
Nice.
That's it.
Very
What about
nice.
you, John?
Well, mine's not as sentimental as that.
Oh.
But I did like the announcement of Banjo and Smash. That was really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Not just because Banjo's an awesome character, but also because Microsoft and Nintendo are like best friends now, and I'm hoping we see more of that partnership. Because they released Cuphead, they released Ori, they released New Super Lucky's Tale, so I'm hoping we see more Nintendo cross Microsoft.
Got the Super
projects.
Mario Minecraft texture pack.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was this year or not, but
I don't know.
I started playing Minecraft again, so like now I'm obsessed with it.
They did have the Better Together update, like I think that was last year or in 2018. But that like it's such a cool thing to see, because they're not like at each other's throats. They're trying to help each other. You know, they have different like skill sets. Like Nintendo's more, I guess, youthful, and then Microsoft's more like trying to go geared towards the hardcore gamers. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of
it's
a
like
nice
casual
mix.
versus hardcore, I guess.
Yeah, it's kind of like a nice
then,
mix.
Yeah, like, and like Microsoft is like pushing the boundaries of technology constantly.
Yeah.
While like I feel like Switch or Nintendo kind of does that too, but like in a different way. They're like, how can we be like how can we create something cool and new?
Yeah.
Like a console that turns into a portable console. Where like, you know,
Yeah, they like their
xCloud.
They like being different and they like their gimmicks.
Yeah. So I think it's a good partnership. I think they work well together. So I'm hoping we see more stuff.
Yeah, totally. Oh my gosh. Banjo 3E.
Yeah. Exclusive to Switch.
Yeah, right. Coming to Game Pass, though.
Game Pass, heck yeah. Put Game Pass on Switch.
Dude, that's one of my favorite moments of 2019 is Game Pass Ultimate or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
What's it called?
Yeah. Game Pass Ultimate.
Game Pass Ultimate.
Yeah, that was back in September or so.
It's like one of the best things that's happened to gaming ever, actually. So, yes.
I hope other companies do that same model.
Mm-hmm.
Like a PS5 is like, you know, PS Now turns into a Game Pass situation.
Mm-hmm.
I would gladly pay $10 a month to get all the PS5
if PS Now let you
exclusives.
install the games and not just stream them.
No, it's all streaming.
No, but if they did,
Yeah.
that would be a game changer.
Yeah.
I don't see Nintendo doing that because they know what their games are worth and they know we'll pay for them.
In 15 years, they might do it. They're always behind the times.
Yeah, but games from 15 years ago still hold their value.
Sure, some of them are more. Radiant Dawn, that game's $1 billion. Cool. What about you, Cool Trainer Camilo? What was your favorite gaming moment of 2019?
I would say getting back in Pokemon Go. Last year, I got back into it, but I was still kind of like a casual player. I would say in 2019, I became like a hardcore daily player. And I've been really enjoying just like grinding for Stardust and Shinies. And I don't know, I just like building like the collection of my Pokemon and stuff. And every Pokemon I look at, I have a memory of like where I was, what was happening. And it's just like a really cool game to play like wherever you are because your experience is different wherever you go. I've also like met like a few people around me and stuff, and like I'll keep seeing like the same people and like we'll get into it together. It's like a really cool way to connect with people. And then announcement wise, I'd probably say the Breath of the Wild 2 reveal because I totally did not see that coming.
I screamed.
Yeah. I couldn't I just couldn't process it.
Awesome. Dan from the Tea Lounge, tell us.
So, yeah, I got to agree with Cam that as far as industry news goes, Breath of the Wild 2 reveal was massive, epic. Oh my gosh, what a huge moment. So excited about Breath of the Wild 2. I'm so glad this is officially confirmed. I don't know how long it's going to take to come out, but hopefully within the next year or so. Hopefully it's not another 7 years because, I mean, it's the same engine, so it should be sooner. But yeah, that was an epic reveal. And as far as achievements in gaming, I got to say Nicrovita hitting sub-hour on Super Mario Odyssey speedrunning any percent. Like we all knew it was coming. And it was so epic. Everyone was there and watching live. And oh my gosh, he did it. And now it's crazy because now it's sub 58. Wow. Like less than a year. And it's like 58 and a half almost. Not sub 58. It's sub 59. It's sub 59. It's like 58 and a half minutes now or somewhere around there. Yeah, it's pretty crazy how much it's gone down in the last year. Epic.
Sweet. Yeah, well, that wraps up our favorite gaming moments of 2019. I just want to add that Breath of the Wild 2 is also one of my favorite gaming moments, but I really wanted to like milk the whole getting married thing. I loved that announcement. It's probably my favorite announcement as well. All right, so 2020 outlook. What are we excited for, dudes? I will go first. I am super excited for next gen. It's coming out holiday 2020. We're getting PS5, Xbox Series X. So I'm excited for what that entails. I'll probably pick up the. I mean, it kind of depends on launch lineup, honestly.
Well, I mean, you already have Game Pass.
No, I know. So I'm thinking, yeah, you're like there with Game Pass Ultimate and my giant collection that I already have on Xbox, just straight up owned, anyways. It's all coming over to the Series X, so I'm probably gonna get that on day one, especially if they do something like they did with Project Scorpio, where they do a limited edition, like Scarlet Edition.
Well, they had for Xbox One, they had a day one edition, and I got that edition.
So I'll probably try to pre-order whatever special edition that they have, and then inevitably upgrade it in 3 years when they do an incremental upgrade. So I'll be selling that. So if you guys want
just to upgrade the graphics card in it or something. Who knows?
Dude,
it might be modular.
I don't think it's modular. I think that's a false rumor. But the thing that I'm probably the most excited for, not new consoles, not new games. The only thing I'm excited for is that the bet that John and I made at the beginning of this podcast, where he bet me that Final Fantasy VII was going to get delayed. I bet him that it was not going to be delayed, and whoever was right was going to have the other person buy them a copy of Final Fantasy VII, and I'm getting a hard copy, baby. Don't you send me no download codes. Hard copy of Final Fantasy VII, Amazon purchased, sent to my P.O. box. That's what I want.
We still got there's 2 long months left.
It's not happening. And then by the time the podcast comes out, that's another 5 days that have gone by where you're still wrong and I'm still right, and it's gonna be great. And that's what I'm excited for 2020, and maybe Banjo 3. Xbox One X, Xbox Series X launch title. Banjo
exclusive.
3. Yep.
You need to get the Series X for it.
That'd be sweet. John, what are you excited for 2020?
Well, I mentioned that I was disappointed in the Animal Crossing delay, but I'm really excited for Animal Crossing. New Leaf was not 7 years ago?
It was 2013, so it'll be almost 7 years.
I'm still in debt though, so.
I sold my town like a couple of years back, and I'm like, I'm just gonna restart my town, and then I never went back to it. So, but I'm super pumped for Animal Crossing. It's just such a chill game. You can just hang out, play for an hour, go fishing, catch some bugs. It's gonna be so fun. And then I'm also really excited for next gen. We haven't had a new generation of consoles for 6 years. It's gonna be it'll be 7 years, I think, by the time they come out. And I really loved the Xbox Series X reveal. It got me pumped. Hellblade 2 looks amazing.
Oh, it looks. Oh my god. Chills.
I'm excited for Halo Infinite, and that's gonna be a day and date launch title. And you don't have to buy them. You just have Game Pass Ultimate, and you just download them, and then you're good to go.
So if you don't have Game Pass Ultimate, you can still buy a physical copy of it, though?
You could still buy them even if you have Game Pass.
You just don't own it if you have Game Pass.
Okay. If you stop subscribing to Game Pass, and you can't access it anymore. But honestly, Game Pass, the service.
Why would you unsubscribe?
Yeah, it's $120 a year, and that's at the price of 2 games. But you have access to 100 games or 100 plus games.
I guess
it's the best. It's the best deal in gaming.
It's such a good deal.
And if their presentation is anything to go by, they said they have 15 studios working on exclusive games.
So all major games that come out pretty much come to Game Pass.
Right.
Yeah,
except for Forza 7 for some reason.
It will be on there, I think.
It's a mystery.
But I'm assuming they showed in the reveal trailer, they showed a car racing. I'm assuming they're gonna have Forza 8 at launch.
I feel like the Horizon series is more popular though.
It is, but they skipped a year, so it usually alternates. So last year was Forza Horizon 4, then they skipped this year, so they're thinking they're gonna have Forza 8 for the next generation.
Dude, it's gonna look so real. Those games look real on Xbox 360.
I know.
It's insane.
But yeah, I'm really excited for Halo Infinite. We haven't had a Halo game in a really long time. All of your games are going to be backwards compatible. So there's like some games coming out next year that look really good, like Ori and the Will of the Wisp. Gears Tactics, which kind of looks like a Gears version of Mario plus Rabbids.
Which was XCOM.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, XCOM. Then there's that Bleeding Edge game. That's like I forget what guy who does that, but it's like a hero combat game. That looks pretty neat. I don't know. I just love Xbox. If you can't tell.
You love Xbox. You're on Mixer.
Yeah.
You're a spokesperson.
They're not paying me.
They're definitely paying you.
They're paying me.
What about you, Cool Trainer Camilo? 2020 outlook. What are you excited for?
I am really, really excited for Final Fantasy VII Remake because I feel like that game is gonna suck me down the rabbit hole that is Final Fantasy. I haven't really sunk my teeth into Final Fantasy yet, but I feel like once I play that, I'm gonna have to play like all of them. So I'm just really excited. I played the first part of the original. I really want to beat the original Final Fantasy VII before the remake comes out so I can compare them. And yeah, so I'm really excited for that. And then I'm also really excited for The Last of Us Part 2 because I loved The Last of Us when it like first came out like in 2013. And it got delayed, which I was like, I mean, there are so many games coming out in the beginning of 2020. I was like, okay, I have more time.
Yeah.
Because like we have like the remake, we have Animal Crossing, the Persona 5 Royale game comes out end of March. Like, oh my gosh, there's so much.
There's a bunch of stuff in February. I feel like maybe, I don't know.
There's something in February. I mean, I'm gonna be playing the DLC for Kingdom Hearts 3 in January.
There's Resident Evil 3
that's it, Resident Evil 3.
in April.
Yeah, it's so front loaded.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. And then,
then at the end of the year, we got a new console, so it's going to be backloaded too. Like,
I wonder what PS5 is going to release, because like Last of Us Part 2 is going to be, what, end of May, right?
Yeah.
And then they announced Ghost of
Tsushima. I
Tsushima.
like the same thing is happening, like Last of Us came out right before the PS4 came out.
Yeah, and then they re-released it. But it's going to be backwards compatible, so I don't know if they can do that.
That's such a smart play.
But Ghost of Tsushima is coming out in summer too. So like, what are they gonna have for launch of PS5?
I mean, I would definitely go PS5 over Series X, but I don't know if I'll wait. I didn't get a PS4 until like the Pro came out.
Same. Dan, what is your 2020 outlook? What are you excited for?
I'm excited to hopefully get some more Breath of the Wild 2 info. You know it's going to happen. You know that there's going to be more information. If not a game release, Breath of the Wild 2, we're going to get more info. Maybe a release date. Hopefully a release date. And, yeah, I really want that. And also the Analog Pocket. I'm not really... Like, I don't really care so much about all the new, fangled, next-generation, massive, epic, beefy machines with the super big price tags. But the old retro gaming devices kind of get me excited, and the Analog Pocket looks like it's going to be an amazing machine. It's the portable Game Boy / Game Gear / whole bunch of other thing player that docks to your TV that you can take on the go, that has a really nice screen, that doubles as a digital audio workstation, and it's gonna be so cool. So good it looks like on paper. No one's actually held it or played with it yet, but I'm excited to see more about that. It's releasing in 2020, and I can't wait to get my hands on one.
It's still like $200.
Yeah.
It probably doesn't, but I don't remember. It doesn't have like any ports on it, right? Like for like link cable.
I believe it does.
It does?
I don't remember exactly, but I think that there will be a way to do that. Yeah.
I don't remember.
I
think Breath of the Wild 2 is going to come out next year.
I think it's
Can
be a
you
holiday
imagine Breath of the Wild 2? They do Breath of the Wild 2 with a Switch Pro.
I don't know about
win.
Switch Pro,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if
I
you
don't
think
know
about
Switch Pro.
the time between Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, granted, like Majora's Mask is a much smaller scale, but like that was 1 year, and now we've had like 3 years plus. It'll be 3
But
years in March.
I do think they're gonna release the Switch Pro with Breath of the Wild too.
Yeah,
because the
I think
Switch Lite came out with Link's Awakening.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
So like Zelda games have come out with like an iteration of the Switch.
They do like putting new consoles with Breath of the Wild.
Plus, if they want to compete with Microsoft and Sony next year in the holiday season,
but they do their own thing. They
Do
don't
they
really care.
Yeah, are
I
they
mean, they're
really
still
ever
competitors.
competing?
Like
with
I could,
them?
if
People-
it doesn't come out Christmas, they could do like 3-year anniversary or what?
Yeah,
would
they
that be?
do in
4?
March of 2021.
I guess it'd be 4 years.
Yeah, before.
Yeah, I just want more info. I would love to get a new game, but more info toward getting that new game, I would be happy with as well.
Well, the new 3DS came out 3 years after the original, and like PS4 Pro and Xbox, they came out 3 years after the original. So
I think it's not if it's going to be.
It's not
when.
out. It's not out of the question either.
Yeah.
2020. I really don't think so.
Yeah.
Could be an
My
E3
God, I
announcement
just want to. I don't know. Where am I going to get the money? We gotta get famous.
from your job, dude. Just don't quit your job. All right, that brings our 2019 retrospective to a close. But there's still a couple more games coming out in 2019. We have games coming out this week. On December 17th, we have the new Destiny 2 expansion, The Dawning, coming out on PC, PS4, Xbox One, and what is that company that's going to go out of business soon? Stadia.
Google.
Planet Zoo, the Arctic Pack DLC. Thank God, been waiting for that, coming out on PC. Oh, no way! Untitled Goose Game is coming to PS4 and Xbox One, and you know what that means?
Game Pass.
Coming to Game Pass, baby. So excited. Watam is coming to PC and PS4. I don't know what Watam that is. On December 19th, we've got the Disguiser of Fate coming to PC. And those are your new releases for this week. And we will bring the year to a close with what we've been playing this week. I have been streaming a lot of Minecraft. I bought it. I did a double buy again. I hate doing it. But I bought the Switch edition, and I bought like a little... Yeah, actually, I've got it right here. I bought a cool grip. So I've been playing a lot of Minecraft in handheld mode, and my Switch battery is actually dying again like it was when it first came out. So I'm like, oh, this game must be good if my Switch battery keeps dying. So I've been doing that, and then I've been playing Pokemon Sword and Shield, continuing doing the stuff I've been doing, which has been lots of fun. What have you been up to, Johnny Bo?
I've been playing Slay the Spire, which is a roguelite card RPG.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. Like, I love it. So it's so fun. It's like, I don't know. Has anybody played SteamWorld Quest? No. Okay.
No.
Has
I played all
anybody
the other SteamWorld games.
Has anybody played any card RPGs?
I've played card games.
Like, I think Paper Mario used to, or maybe even the Mario and Luigi games. You needed cards to do attacks.
I'm playing Rechain of Memories.
I was about to say
That's
that.
a card RPG.
I don't know. I never thought that I would like them, but it's actually pretty cool. Like, you have a certain number of cards, and each one has an attack, and they cost a certain amount of stamina, and you can only use so many that you have stamina, and it's just a roguelike. So if you die, you have to start all over. My type of game.
Very cool. And then you like collect currency or something.
Yeah,
so that you
I
can
think
like
you get,
be a little better the next time you go in.
Yeah, I think gold you get, and I think
Okay.
you unlock cards as well.
Interesting.
And there's different characters that you unlock that have different abilities. So it's very it's my type of game. I enjoy it.
Cool. What about you, Cool Trainer? What have you been playing?
I'm playing Pokemon Sword and Shield. Just got my shiny charm.
Nice, GG.
and about like 20 encounters later, I got my shiny Aracuda, which was cool.
Nice.
I also started playing my level 1 critical mode Kingdom Hearts 2 playthrough, and I actually got past the boss fight I was stuck on for like a few streams the last time I streamed it. I think back like in September, October. So that was pretty exciting. And then I just started playing Grease because it was on sale for like the Game Awards sales. It's been pretty, I only played like a little bit, but I like it so far. The music's really good and the visuals are nice.
Nice. I also bought that when it was on sale, but I haven't started it yet. Dan from the Tea Lounge, what were you playing?
I've been playing Metal Gear Solid 2, and I have finally finished the game. And oh my gosh, it's so epic. That ending is like mind-blowing, crazy, like what on earth? Like they just went off the deep end with it, basically.
Did it make you want to play
Sounds like
Death
a
Stranding?
Kojima, yeah.
Yeah, but it was really cool. They did a good job with it, and it makes me look forward to playing more in the Metal Gear Solid series. I played through Metal Gear Solid 1 and now Metal Gear Solid 2, and I've got 3, 4, and 5 also that I can play through.
Nice.
And I heard really good things about Metal Gear Solid 3, so I'm excited to get into that one probably soon.
Cool.
Yeah.
Who's the main character in 3, do you know?
I believe you play as Snake.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
Solid
cool.
Snake. Isn't
Yeah,
that the Twin
number 2 they
Snakes one
kind
or
of...
whatever?
So what?
Isn't it Twin Snakes? Like I think the name's called Twin Snakes. I might be wrong on that one.
Well,
I don't know.
anyways.
I think Twin Snakes was the remake of number 1,
Oh,
if I remember correctly.
Cool. Well, that brings 2019 to a close for the Game Pack. Thank you guys so much for watching the podcast, for checking out all 32 of our episodes this year. Don't forget to follow us on social media. We are on Twitter and on Instagram. Those are in the description below. You can also join our Discord. You can also follow all of our individual channels. Those links are in the description as well. We appreciate you guys so much, and we hope you have very happy holidays and very happy new year. And that's it for us. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.